Oh, it is fun. I
Ladies and
enjoy it.
gentlemen, boys and girls, idealists and visionaries, I'm your boy Ideal Tone, and I'm here to make it known that we are back with another episode of Binge or Cringe. Let me move this over here. And it's good to be back. All right, we were here last week. Last week we did Ninja Kamui. And this week we are here to do the Eminence in the Shadow. The Eminence in the Shadow. I'm saying it right? Eminence in the Shadow. Eminence in the Shadow.
Eminence in Shadow. It's just the Eminence in Shadow.
Yeah, I don't know. The just rolls off the tongue. It just sounds better.
Well, I mean, you know, phonetically, we're gonna follow the patterns we're most familiar with.
True. But despite that, we are here to talk about it. Okay, so first off, let me introduce everybody as I always do. First, we have my boy, the one, the only newcomer to this. Well, not newcomer, but the newest of us all here. My boy, D-Zone.
What's up, D-Zone back in the zone? How y'all doing?
Yeah, my man finally got a catchphrase. Proud of him. I'm so proud. So proud. Hopefully he comes back. Then we have the godfather of anime himself, Cobalt70.
What up? What up?
And then our residential Texan, the Mexican of Mexicans. Nullified Saint.
Where my wings at?
Nolio Banderas. Nolio Banderas is also his other name.
Yes, Nolio Banderas. But let him say his catchphrase.
Where my wings at?
Exactly. But gentlemen, thank you for being here. We are here to discuss and talk about the one, the only Kobo, if you would please.
Eminence in Shadow, baby.
Thank you.
Eminence in Shadow.
All right. So let's talk about it.
All right. You want me to kick it off?
Yeah, you can kick it off. Why not?
All right. This is one of those sleeper hits that snuck up on us. We didn't expect it to be as good as it was. But
at all.
It is. It is, and it's now a shining new series that has come out. What are we on? We're on 2 seasons now. We got 2 seasons down,
seasons,
and they already released, which we're going to look at it. A trailer for season 3.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This one dropped in 2018, and it had some steep competition up against it at the time. I believe at the time we had Demon Slayer dropping.
Demon Slayer
around that time.
Was it? Because that was the whatchamacallit district. Entertainment district around that time.
Yeah.
Which entertainment district was amazing.
It was.
What else?
There was a couple strong animes, and I don't think people you look at the description. I don't think people expected it to drop as hard as it did, but it was awesome. The sound design done by the same group that did Fire Brigade, so that's why that shit was popping.
Freaking
anyone who remembers that Fire Force or Fire Brigade won all the awards for sound design the year that it aired. It's one of the top 10 best animes for sound design in history at this point in time.
Because these
guys hopped in there, they lived up to their name, made Eminence sound phenomenal.
Exactly, man.
Oh, yeah.
Everything. When it comes to the people who have been doing these sound designs, everything is finite. You know what I mean? To the detail. Like, okay, this song, this key point, this animation or this transition should make this sound. This is how this should sound. This is how a slime should sound. This is how an explosion from somebody's fire should sound. This person's explosion from their fire should sound different.
Honestly,
this is how the activation of this one man's technique is supposed to sound.
We're getting to that.
That one technique sounds great. But the moment he loses his calm, he actually snaps when his voice grits, and you hear that.
Yeah, bro.
You know, when he loses it.
Low bass to zero sounds, like everything gets muted. It just creates the gravitas of the scene. It's beautiful.
That man just sounds gritty. You're just sitting there, just oh god, why?
All right, so let's dive into it, boys. Like, okay, so Eminence, Kobo started off perfectly, but it's literally the premise of a kid who's in high school when we first meet him, living in what we would consider Japan, the real world. Normal kid, you know? As on the surface anyway. But he what do you call it? He has Chubio to the hardcore extent, to where he basically wants to be a shadow of the night, some type of vigilante or whatever, and rule.
But he's built this whole view of himself, like imagine growing up and creating your own idea of what the world is and stuff, and you know, he knows it's a shtick, and he doesn't really like. You all know what it is. Yeah, it's a kid living in a fantasy world, living in the real world. You know.
Yeah, he knows
creating
it's a
that fantasy to escape life.
He knows it's a stick to the point where it's like you think he's breaking the fourth wall, but it's kind of the opposite of that. You know what I mean? Like it's like an internal. What would you call that? Like you breaking the fourth wall within yourself, though. Like you know this. You know what I mean?
Well, we can't really dive into that part because it plays into what we find out at the end of that season.
That's
you know,
true. That's true.
So we gotta leave it at that. Just know that there's more to his story than just an isekai that gets transferred over. It's got a ton of power.
Yeah. So
it's far more.
So basically,
he gets over there. Yeah. And he gets over there. He saves the girl, and he begins weaving the tale.
Exactly.
All right.
Because what happens? He finds out that one of his he sees that he basically puts on his persona at night to be a vigilante. He trains himself with multiple different martial arts and weapons and blah 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 blah. His weapon of choice at that time when he's still living in Japan is a crowbar. Like takes on these dudes, and he saves his classmate. In the interim, he ends up not in the interim, but then what was it? He got hit by a bus the next day or something.
Yep.
Yeah, he gets hit by classic trope for isekais. He gets hit by a bus or some type of truck or something the next day, and she never gets to thank him or whatever because she kind of felt that it was him. But kid wakes up in a fantasy realm where, you know, swords and magic and other various races live. Same trope as always, but that's where things go different from the norm because of who he was in his past life. His mindset is always on being stronger and everything, and he becomes that type of person. But he hides it so well as playing the what do you call it, the plebeian character,
the weak side character. He literally spends his entire time pretending to be this weak side character. What he doesn't realize is that he's created an entire organization that's operating in the shadows that he's the head of, and he doesn't realize it.
In his mind, he thinks it's all a game. He thinks, like, yeah, I created this, but it's not real.
He thinks all these people are just playing along with him.
That's the craziest part. But in reality, he really is the leader of a whole organization without knowing it. And you don't know it at first. You think it's just a small group of them because you got Alpha, Beta, Delta. It's just
He gives them all code names and shit. Well, listen, we should probably lay down the spoilers right now because I'm going to talk about the fucking end of season 1. You can't do this show.
No, you have to talk about the end of season 1. The end of season 1 is phenomenal. But like
at some point, I'm going to rave about it.
But yeah, so like you come to realize without him even knowing himself, because everything unfolds because we see the encompass of the entire universe that he's in so far. He's like the most broken character in his realm. Like,
oh yeah, And there's so many questions. Like, dude, I want to ask you guys, what do you think? Do you think, how many times do you think he's gone through this cycle to be as powerful as he is? And do you think this is all part of a prophecy as it was laid out by that one arc?
That's a good question.
And do you think he is the protagonist, but the antagonist, do you think he's also the antagonist at another stage?
In what situation?
In what capacity, I would say.
Well, my question is, when has this ever been a thing where it was a prophecy?
In season 2.
What? Because he was the only one that got teleported out of all the people in his world?
Yeah.
Well, no, yeah. Remember when they're talking about how someone's supposed to come and free them from this world that they live in, where they're the victim, right?
Mm-hmm.
He is that guy, but then at the very end, you see that there's another person. He might actually be both protagonist and antagonist in this series.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the whole reveal at the end of season 2 is. The question is that the whole story? And you also know that he's been reborn a couple times, and that when we met him, he had already gone through that process a few times, and so his capability was already through the fucking roof.
He was reborn multiple times.
Yeah, you learn that at the end of season 2. He's been through multiple worlds at this point.
I was gonna say I don't remember hearing anything about this reborn multiple times thing.
Yeah, because like it was part of the theory of like the multi. Because remember they was talking about how there's multiple
multiverses.
Yeah, multiverses, and like only select few have the power to transverse these universes, whether through death or through just like going through the portals themselves. You know what I mean?
Got you.
He's one of them. It's just the way it fell. Just the way it fell out. You know. There's more to it that we don't know. There's a lot more to it that we don't know.
It's an assumption that he could be a protagonist and antagonist. I got you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
But that's why I'm saying, like, because remember, he already was the antagonist in one of the plot lines, you know?
What are you talking about? The money thing?
Yeah.
But my bad. Go on with your question. I'm sorry.
Well, if I'm going to answer that question, Kobo, I'm going to say I agree that I think he's both one and the same, an antagonist and protagonist. But it's just that I guess which version of him is the antagonist and which version of him is the protagonist. If there's multiple.
That's what I'm thinking too. I'm looking at. I'm like thinking, is there a time?
Especially if there's more than one of him.
In my opinion, after the first season, when he went for the second season, I mean, he went to go try to figure out what he wanted to be, and honestly, I think he's still trying to figure out and whether if the Eminence in the Shadow is protagonist or antagonist wherever he goes. I mean, it's just what he chooses.
Right? Yeah. Right now, what is it? Falls under the line of vigilante, anti-hero is neither or right now.
He doesn't really know what he wants to be.
Almost chaotic neutral, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely chaotic neutral.
He loves the fucking chaotic mess.
How about his sister as the comedic factor in the series?
She's hilarious.
Yo, first of all, his sister, you think she's like a badass, but then you come to realize she's just a brocon.
All right.
She's a straight up brocon. All right. But then there's so much more to the story that we haven't even touched on. Like, for example, in the middle of season 1, was it? I think it was the middle of season 1. We still haven't really uncovered everything that we're supposed to know about the Demon Lord.
Yeah, we know almost nothing about him except I think he is the Demon Lord.
Or do you think the Demon Lord is another version of him? Because the Demon Lord's female.
I think at some point in the past, he set that up too.
Really? You think the Demon Lord's a female version of himself?
No, I think he, at some point in the past, a lot of the plot lines, it feels like he set up in the past through his own just being fucking retarded, you know? And I think that could 100% be the case.
Because the Demon Lord,
the same way he set up the garden could be the same way he set up the Demon Lord, you know?
It could be. I'm just saying because the Demon Lord was before his time too, though. But at the same time, the Demon Lord, she's infatuated with him, like heavily.
I was gonna say, is this still assumption that he is antagonist? I was like, without spoilers.
I'm just saying I'm just saying, like, if he is the let's say he's the protagonist. No. I'm sorry, I'm missing out my thoughts. Let's say he's the antagonist. It makes sense why the Demon Lord is so obsessed with him.
And it would fit with the narratives that he's created at this point, that he's both the hero and the villain. You know?
Well, because they painted the Demon Lord as the villain so far that we know of, but we don't know the whole story behind her because, like, it seems like she wasn't truly a villain. Like it seems like she was created to be the villain. You know what I mean?
Well, we know that the world she's now in is broken.
Go ahead, no.
All right.
Yeah, sorry.
I think the only thing that really has been said from all the enemies that he has fought is that they need to watch out for that man. They didn't say anything like, "Oh, I need to capture this man." You know, I can kind of see where I'm going for. You know, which I'll accept.
Yeah,
I'll put a coin in.
But I mean, I think there's so much lore that we don't even know about yet. There's so much, and you know what? I love the fact that it's world building, but it's multi world building. There's so much, man. There's so much lore with this anime, and you don't know it because there's so much goofiness that happens that also transitions into like cool stuff happening in the midst of the goofiness.
Some of that goofiness was kind of hard to watch for me because I'm like, holy this is edgy as shit.
He's definitely
him with his two friends. Holy, dude.
It was so edgy in some of the spots, like especially toward the beginning where he's like, "I am the night, I am the shadow who hunts the shadows." I'm like, shut up, Batman.
So hokey, right?
Oh man, yo, seriously, at those moments, man, like I can't take him seriously. But I take him seriously once he actually starts committing like these actions that he does, like these acts of like pure awesomeness. I'm like, all right, I can take him seriously now because he's powerful as hell. But at the same time, when he talks, I'll be like, bro. Sometimes I'm like,
we
bro,
have
what?
to talk about his signature attack because out of everything of that,
that's probably the coolest thing.
Just the sound and everything about it is on point. It is.
Oh, you mean
epic.
when you figure out that the strongest thing was a nuke, so he became one?
Yes, I am atomic, and they just
and it's the way. No, you know what? No, I'm gonna bring it up. Hold up. What up?
Oh, dude, you're bringing up the clip. This is one occasion where I'm saying, yeah, bring that clip in.
Do it.
Like, I just want everyone to pay attention. This is how you close out a fucking season.
All right, hold up. Y'all can see it? Y'all can see my screen?
Yeah, I got set watch stream. Hold on.
Let me know if y'all can see it, because then the audience can see. When the audience can see it, yeah, I'm going to have to let them see it.
All right, because the stream is paused. So you're waiting to load it up.
Yeah. I don't want to pause it again.
I'll let you know when it's playing.
playing?
Not yet, no.
Huh?
Not yet, no.
All right. God damn it.
Oh, stream has ended. I'll close stream. Try it again.
There we go.
All right, yeah. Yeah, there it is. All right, drop it. Fucking drop it, dude.
I think he says it. And the crazy thing is, while he has this whole magical field around him, nothing can touch him. That's crazy.
It didn't capture the audio quality because it's through the stream, but dude, that part is so badass.
It is. It is probably every time he uses that attack, it happens to be one of my favorite moments because that sharp high pitch just freaking kicks it for me. I love it. Because then you see the explosion and that has so much bass to it.
You know, when he first drops that, everything up to that point is conjecture, and then when you see him go that hard, you realize that there's way more truth to the story that he's weaved than even he realizes. And you're like, hold on, what's up here? He's that powerful, there's no way. And you don't even have to go all the way to the end of season 2 until you find out, oh, that's why he's practically a fucking god.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's all because he just does things. It's not he doesn't really know that he's making such. He's doing the things that he's doing is like has such a big grasp on the world he's in. He doesn't register it. Like to the point, like he started teaching. Was it Delta? No, not Delta. What's the clumsy one's name?
Oh,
Epsilon.
Is it Epsilon? No, it's not Epsilon.
It's not. Epsilon's the one that likes to have her boobs all out.
Yeah, Epsilon's the slime boob girl.
Epsilon is the boob. That's all we're gonna call her, the boob princess.
It's not Beta. Beta's the smart one.
Yeah. Is it Gamma?
Gamma. Yep.
Gamma's not very suave or demure. she looks very suave and very put together and demure, but she's so clumsy. She's such a klutz, which is why she can't really like utilize her powers because she has very strong powers. But she's what do you call it? She's tactical. She's tactical. And she uses that.
She fucks up all the time, but when it comes to fighting, she is straight tactical.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, she won her once.
Yeah, she did.
She won her
but
once.
she uses her tactical skills for more than anything to make money. She built an empire just off of stuff he told her from stuff he knew about Japan. Like she built a whole cosmetic clothing empire. Like.
Well, a business front, a wildly successful business front to an organization that's essentially now has limitless funds.
Mm-hmm.
That's the wild part. It's like, oh, yeah, I'm actually mega rich and I don't even realize it. That's what Sid has to go through every day.
Yeah,
he's actually mega rich.
To the point that he thinks like when he finds out that's technically is the company of his shadow company. This is the front for his shadow company or shadow organization. Without really, he like
I don't think he still realizes it.
yeah, he does it, but
I still don't think he realizes it.
That's the thing, though, Kobo. He kind of does it because he steals money.
because he did the whole episode where he fucking tanked everything.
Yeah, but here's the thing: while he was talking to Gamma and she put him in the throne room, he nonchalantly and he like secretly he stole gold coins from off the cart with his slime, and I'm like, he does realize he could just tell him to give him money, right? It's his money, like.
That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, that's his money. He can do that. Why is he making it like that? But yeah, you know why? Because he doesn't realize it. Subconsciously, he might actually realize that he's the leader of all of this, but consciously, he just pushes it to the side.
Like, real talk, if he said, Gamma, give me all that money on the cart right there, she would do it. Like,
oh, without a doubt.
No hesitation, she would do it.
What do you mean? They're confused as to why he didn't. You're like, they're like, oh, this must be part of his ultimate plan, you know?
Mm-hmm.
In reality, he was just pocketing money.
But you know what? But you know what? There's one person in his ranks that realizes, and he could talk to this person normally, that realizes he's awesome and powerful and great. But at the same time, he's not what everybody else thinks he is.
Yeah.
Who do you think it is? I know who it is already because I'm talking about them. But
it's it's his friend. It's the chick from school, the one that hangs out with his sister.
No.
You don't think it's her? Who?
It's Delta.
You think Delta?
Easily Delta.
Delta and him be talking like they.
Yeah, because she calls him out a bunch of times. Yeah.
And Delta's like, well, and Delta's thinking is so simplistic, so that's why she understands, kind of like.
Yeah, she has her quirks. Like she almost is really just dumb, but at the same time, she's really smart.
Well, she's as dedicated to his delusion as he is. That's really what it is.
That's it. But at the same time, Delta realizes it's his delusion. But she's okay with going along with it because she gets to do stuff like that she loves to do, which is hunt bandits, beat up bad guys, kill people. Like,
she's like, I get to go kill people? You give me treat? Oh, let's do it.
Well, if you think about it, at the end of season 2, you realize it might not be a delusion. It might not be a delusion at all. So I'm so jazzed for the next season, dude. You guys, I'm so jazzed for this anime.
Mm-hmm.
It's at the top of my list of animes I'm excited for next year.
Yeah, man. But let's talk about the best part of season 1. Then we'll move on to season 2. Because season 2 had actually a lot of good parts. Not to say that season 1 didn't. Season 1 had a lot of good stuff. But the climax and the ending for season 1 was by far one of the best parts of the anime.
Oh yeah, shoot, that giant fight at the end.
Yes.
Between what were essentially two sword gods versus Sid was the best thing I've seen.
Yeah, because you had the Emperor's daughter, which she's the first in line to the throne, the redhead one.
Yep. That was the one I was thinking. That's the one that always hanging out with his sister and shit.
She is extremely powerful. She's extremely powerful, but she couldn't hold a candle to Sid. And then you had the sword saint, the elven sword saint, and she's actually, which they didn't really confirm it, but you kind of can tell, she's Alpha's relative. Because she was looking for Alpha.
Yeah. I wonder what they're gonna do with that relationship there.
I don't know. You know, Alpha, she don't really care.
Alpha does it because Alpha's like, everyone abandoned me when I turned into that creature.
Yeah.
But Shadow came and saved me.
Yeah, Alpha doesn't
I
really.
am
Alpha doesn't care
his.
about any. Her loyalty is to Shadow and in the organization alone. She don't care about anybody.
Oh yeah, like to be honest, I believe Alpha would give her, if he were to ask, she would do anything that he would say.
Yep, every time. So, like, all right, so let's talk about the last episode of season 1. I know we all watched it. What was like one of the best things of that episode for you?
I already said my piece.
Okay, go.
If you want me to repeat it, then.
I mean, I kind of would like your answer to be what was awesome about season 1. I mean, because there's only a couple things happened in the last episode, but I mean,
you could say what. I mean, you could also do that. That's fine with me. I don't care.
I mean, in reality, I binge watched it in like 2 days, so I can't even try to try to remember what happened.
I was just saying because the ending fight was like phenomenal. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was great. Someone else can go.
All right, no. I mean, not no. Cobalt.
No. For me?
Yeah. Like, what was one of the best parts about the ending episode for you for season 1?
It's when he talks about remembering, and it's the first clue you get to the history of why he's so powerful. And it's when he actually does go atomic. He says he talks about remembering how he got to that point, and you're like, wait, what?
Mm-hmm.
And then he drops that, and you're like, oh shit, this dude's a monster. That whole scene with the sound quality and the dialogue,
I'm gonna play it.
It solidified that as one of the best of the season. It stood toe to toe with the best animes of the season for sure.
And you know what, Kobo? Yeah, I agree with that part. But for me, it's the part that leads up to all of that. It's like the fight was phenomenal, but I'm talking about the ending scene at the clock tower on the top of the church, where like he's beating them both. He's got them pinned down, and he's about to walk off, and
he's toying with them the whole time.
I know, but the princess, her pride was hurt. Like her pride was shot. And she said there's no way, she's just to sting at him if she could just one last time. There's nowhere for you to go. I'm gonna play it.
I just finished. Everyone in the entire kingdom of Midgar is your enemy.
He thought he was just a little.
Everyone in the entire kingdom of
until that point.
Everyone in the entire kingdom of Midgar is your enemy. There's nowhere left for you to run!
She thinks she says that and that's it. No, like this scene right here.
Run away? Who's running? Running where? Why would I
run? That's that part right there, man.
Dude. You know what though?
Oh yeah.
This is one of the animes that I think that the sub is better than the dub.
No, I was looking for the sub one. Hold up.
Like, because I laugh. It's just as hokey, but the way that he says shit has way more sinister feel,
That scene right there was also one of the best, to be honest, because he's like, I don't need to run. Who
Well,
do you think
that's
I
the part I'm
am?
talking about. He's toying with them up to that point. They're like, "Oh, we got him now," and then all of a sudden he's like, "Got me? What do you mean, got me? You're nowhere near me."
What episode was that? 20?
19? It might be 20. I thought it was like 19. I thought it was still in the teens.
Let me pop it up. Hold on.
No, I got it.
ただで済むと思って
I got it.
Okay, it's 19, isn't it?
It's 20. It's 20.
It's 20?
20?
Okay.
Okay, bet.
いるのかミドガル王国すべてがお前の敵だもうどこにもお前に逃げ場はない
Yeah, it's definitely better than sub. Which is why I first watched it anyway.
誰がどこへ遊びは終わりだ青君よそして知るがいい
This is the best atomic.
This is the scene. This is what I'm talking about.
Ma, 今回は本当に見るだけだけど。
Like, my man crazy.
It cuts right at the part, but yeah, right then you get kind of an insight that to achieve this power, he'd been through this shit a couple times.
Excuse me, but yeah, bro, like it's definitely better in sub, and like you hear? Did you? First of all, that's the first time we heard so much aggression from him. To the point that
he plays the part of Sid for so long in the series. You're just like, it's when you see him go full mode, you get to see it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And he's always curating his scenes as the Shadow, you know. Remember the piano scene and he's trying to be all philosophical, and you're like, dude, this is so cringy. Just shut up, dude.
Bro, but then when that scene, bro, because she really thought she had something to say to him. To the point he was like, "Why? Why should I run?" Like it's one of them. It's one of them things. Like, I'm not stuck in here with you. You're stuck in here with me. Like,
yeah, right. It's the Rorschach test.
Mm-hmm. So like, and that was probably like the greatest atomic yet, because it was so huge. It basically covered almost the entire city.
Well, yeah, and that was that city destruction was part of their whole thing, you know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he didn't do it, but like, if he did, that whole city would have been wiped off the map.
Oh yeah.
So everything that led up to that ending was wonderful, but that ending was just in a league of its own. That whole episode where he's fighting them throughout the city and everything, that whole episode is in a total different league of its own. To the point that people were talking about that ending for season 1 for months.
Oh yeah. The quality, the series itself, the absolute reveal of his strength, and then the audio. That whole end was just epic.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
I think I actually got my thing for the end of season 1.
Okay, what's up?
You know, I understand the atomic. I understand the fight between him versus the two, and you know, everybody understands how powerful. My bad. They understand that he's powerful, but they don't understand to an extent. I like when he fights, you know, 1-on-1 with the redhead and or the elf girl. Like, in moments, they think that they can attempt to fight him. like the redhead. She felt like she was losing parts of her body every time she attempted to look at this man.
Yeah.
And then the elf girl, like she's like, oh, I'm just gonna speed up to him real quick. Nah, this man's already behind me.
First of all,
no, it's like orders of magnitude stronger than everybody else, and you don't realize it until he actually goes, "Hey, watch this." And then everything they do, and all their moves are so badass, and you're just like, that meant literally nothing to him.
Yeah. Like, all right, for example, when he was fighting the Sword Saint girl on the roof, right? The elf. That whole syncopated raindrop step thing he was doing.
That was awesome.
Ridiculous.
That was crazy.
It was.
She was like, I caught up to him. Nope. He's
as soon as he took one step and that raindrop fell, he was gone. And like then he reappeared right next to her. She barely could block it. Like, don't get me wrong, she did, but at the same time, she was like, okay, wait a minute. Like,
just manhandled her, and we had already gotten to watch her just dominate everybody else, you know. So at peak strength, she was a magnitude higher than everyone else, and then she goes against him and just looks like a novice.
And that's not to take away from her power, because she's powerful. Both of them were.
She proves it that whole fucking arc, you know.
But then after that, we move on to season 2, which I'm gonna be real. I forgot season 2 was even coming when it dropped. I was like, oh snap, season 2.
After I finished season 1, I was like, there's gotta be.
What'd you say? No, you cut off.
2. I said after I finished season 1, binge watching, I was just like, there's gotta be a season. Automatically, I went straight to season 2. I was like, yes. I knew there'd be more. Thank the Lord.
Season 2 was.
I needed it.
Season 2 was amazing because we had a few different arcs in season 2 that were really good. You had the vampire arc. You had.
I like the vampire arc.
The vampire arc. That was the first arc. That was really good. Then you had the John Smith arc.
Oh yeah, that was the money arc. Money arc.
Secret hush hush.
Secret hush hush. Secret.
Yes. How he said that like he was like it was like just complete game to him was.
Oh, it's all
funny.
cosplay to him. He's all role playing all this shit. That's the fucking ridiculous part.
He's just sitting there like, how am I gonna improv this?
Yeah, because like, all right, so before he becomes like the vampire arc was really cool, because that's when we realized that like which is why there's so much mystery going on, like going back to the Demon Lord with that, because his sister, the Demon Lord, takes over his sister's body. If y'all remember, and she tried to, and she almost did Atomic. It's just his sister's body isn't strong enough to pull it off, which means the Demon Lord can do it.
That was one of the first clues, too, that I looked at when I was like, he might be the antagonist as well.
That was awesome. And then, like, don't get me wrong, we've seen Delta before, but then we finally, like, get to actually, like, because we've seen Delta fight and everything before, but this was the first time we actually got to see Delta and him interact after that in the next arc, because Delta appears out of nowhere while he's eating ramen, and he doesn't realize it until he starts feeding her. She just, and she got mad because, like, what was she, ride on his shoulders or something when he was walking home? She got mad at him because he smelled like foxes. He was like, "Boss, you smell like foxes. Why you smell like foxes? Who you been hanging out with?" Like, Delta's very territorial.
I mean, she is, but then again, look at her. She is a whole wolf. She will tear anyone limb from limb if they get too close to him.
Yeah, it was just her. But I love her and Sid's dynamic, whether when he's acting like Shadow, because even when he's acting like Shadow, he doesn't act like Shadow around her because of their relationship. Their relationship is different from everybody else's with Sid. Sid can literally be like 100% himself around her, even when he's Shadow.
Oh yeah.
It's just funny to see their dynamic for their relationship. I enjoy it because like it's not like him with Alpha or the rest of them. You know what I mean? Him and Delta is just they're two peas in a pod at that point.
Right.
And then you see it even more so when Delta confronts him while he's John Smith, and then she smells him like, and then just jumps up at him like, boss.
So excited. It's like he's like, damn it.
It's like, dang it, curse you and your sharp senses.
Nah, but she's low key obsessed with him. Well, I mean they all are, but like to the point she's constantly like saying to him, "Yeah, boss, let's have babies."
Wait, hold on. First of all, we have to, take back statement.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not just slightly obsessed with him. No, she is completely infatuated with the man
because he's powerful. And like what did Sid say? Not all, but a lot of lycanthropes are just very simplistic when it comes to their thinking because they go based on instinct.
To power.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because he's so powerful, you're like, and I'm powerful, but he's more powerful than me. He's the perfect candidate for me to have children with. That's her instincts kicking in at that point. And then God forbid you're related to her and she thinks you're weak. Delta killed her older brother on the spot. Like,
oh, you're weak. Snap. Just gone.
Like she pierced him right in half. I was like, yo. I guess family ties. I guess blood don't matter. If you weak, you weak.
You weak, you gone. That's what they said.
Mm-hmm. I was like, all right, well, I guess that's the way lycanthropes, a lot of lycanthropes, work. It is what it is. But I think one of my favorite parts of that arc was his fight with Alpha. And I've never seen Alpha so hurt, yo. Alpha felt so betrayed.
Just find out, just not even moments later, that she wasn't betrayed. Everything was fine.
Yeah. She felt betrayed, though. And not betrayed in the sense that he was working against them, even though he was, but betrayed that he didn't ask her for help.
They didn't let her in the loop at all about that plan.
At all. But I mean, as he was trying to play a different role. You know how he is.
Oh yeah. No, one of the funny things about it is, I don't know, that I'm not sure if that would be a spoiler.
What?
So.
Oh, you can spoil. We've already been throwing bombs left and right in here.
I play video at this point.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
You've already played the combination of several scenes.
Did you guys see Alpha's face when she called out Delta in season 2?
Oh, what do you mean called out Delta?
When she called Delta and Delta just popped out the window like, man, you knew I was here.
Oh
yeah. Was that was the train, right?
No, that was the end of it. Because remember, he sent Delta on a mission, but Delta came back.
Yeah, it was after the whole train shit.
Yeah,
where she's kind of like, yeah.
If she wanted to go defeat the fucking Jugga Jugga.
Jugga Jugga. Yeah,
Jugga
Jugga.
I love the way she talked, man. That shit was hilarious.
Delta,
Yeah, that was great,
Delta's
too.
probably one of my favorite characters because
Legit.
she's definitely one of my favorite characters.
What did you guys think of the end though of season 2? He gets sucked into to New Japan. You
That
see the
fucked me
many
up.
worlds theory, and you see the entire planet like essentially getting engulfed.
That fucked me up, but I was completely excited. I kind of was ready for just to see what was going to happen. And I don't think
It's a
anything
big
happened
thing.
afterwards. I mean, as far as I remember, the only last thing was that, I guess, fucking, what? He saved her again, and that was really it.
Yeah, but he's in like a
Like his
alternate.
old world. Isn't it his old world, though?
I think so.
I think it's his old world because I think time flows differently in the world he was in.
Yeah. Because his world was actually inhabited by, because what the guys say, multiverses clash, and basically his old world got clashed with the new world.
Yeah.
And that's why magic was introduced to that world as much as he was introduced to magic in his.
Yeah, but I'm kind of curious now. What's the next? What's going to happen next? I mean, we kind of get a glimpse, but I really want to see it unfold. You know what I mean?
There's already a glimpse.
Right.
Oh, there was a trailer, right?
There's a trailer. Hold up, let me see.
Oh, is there a trailer? Oh, put it up. I try and avoid trailers for shit like this just because it gives away a lot for me. My brain will immediately start to draw connections and shit. I hate doing that, so I avoid trailers for second seasons, third seasons, movies even too. Well, it depends on the anime. Like My Hero Academia movies, 100% I'm watching those. The trailers for those. They're always
The new one was good, man. The new one was good.
Dude, the last 3 have been fucking
これ
phenomenal.
ら3要素こそが
Yeah,
各魔界における時間の流れの差異を決定づけているというのが現在の定説だが、疑似質量と魔力濃度から導き出される霊的存在強度にこそその本窓を閉めろ。講義の邪魔になる。はあ、つまりだ、実際的な観測を怠り講義の邪魔だ。雑音を立てるな。何？足が、体が動かない。一体何が？私はどうなって？音？何の音だ？なんだこれは。どこだここは。私は。お前は誰だ。
And this is where it gets difficult because if you notice, he's fighting his fucking self.
Versions of himself, antagonist and protagonist. That's what I'm saying, baby. It's all coming together.
Oh my gosh, man, it's about to get 10 times more crazy.
I think it might. If they're going many worlds interpretation, there could be a dozen different Sids out there.
Yeah, and you got to, and you know, you saw they were in Japan.
That's what they alluded to at the end of that season when he was talking about that. Yeah, all right, yeah, no, there's multiple Sids. We already know there's multiple Sids.
Who said that there's multiple Sids? That's my question. When?
I don't remember.
When they're discussing how things went for him at the end, when they start talking about how the Demon Lord was growing up and how there's a bunch of other stories of Sid that he doesn't remember or that he doesn't recognize. And he makes a statement like, oh, yeah, that must have been the other me or something like that. I can't remember what the dialogue was. There was an allusion.
I don't think I've ever seen that in the series. Do you read the manga?
No. Did you watch the dub or the sub? You watched the
I
sub,
watched the
didn't
dub, but I doubt. I mean, sub, yeah. Some words are different from sub to dub. I got you on that one, but I doubt I've ever heard him.
All I know
His
is
I
other
remember there was an
multiverses.
allusion to the many worlds theory at some point in that.
There's multiple hints of it,
but I
towards the
can't
end of
remember
season
what
2.
exactly it was that made me think, oh yeah, there's multiple Sids.
But here's the thing:
Series? Was
that
it said in the series that there's multiple theories, or you just heard of theories?
Well, no, they mentioned multiple worlds when they're talking about how the worlds clash.
I remember now. Yeah, they
Last
mentioned
Worlds
multiple
was
worlds.
destroyed and shit.
They mentioned multiple worlds and how there might be more than one version of us. That's what they said.
Okay, that's what they meant. Okay.
Yeah, but at the same
I
time,
was like, you may have to go back and watch.
They kind of
Yeah, no, now I want to go back and watch too because it's been a little bit.
They're kind of proving it though with this new trailer though, because they're in Japan now, and he is you can see it's literally him fighting him.
Yeah, but when he's in that water, you can see it. Like, is he transferring, or is he witnessing is it a prediction? Is it a past event, or is he
We won't. Here's the thing: we won't know. We won't
know until the time comes. When's the air date?
It didn't say.
They didn't say.
Probably sometime next year or the year after.
No. It just says Eminence in the Shadow Lost Echoes.
Man,
I don't know if that's now here's the thing. It doesn't say that it's the next season or season 3. It could be a movie.
Yeah, it might be a movie. That would make sense. Yeah, Lost Echoes is a film.
That could very well just be a movie.
It was announced December 2023. That's what we got.
You know who won't be in this movie, Tone?
Who?
Neji.
Fuck you. Anyway,
they've got a mobile game apparently. A role-playing mobile game.
What'd you say?
Oh, Eminence? Yeah.
I had to bring it back.
Yeah, whatever. Risky's not here, so we're not talking about that.
I'll remind him.
Anyway, yeah, so there's a lot that's going down with Eminence in the Shadow. You definitely want to stay up on it. I'm going to be real. I'm about to start reading it. Real talk.
Dude, if you read it, don't say nothing to me.
I'm not. But I'm definitely. The books are cheap on Amazon. If it
peaks out like Solo Leveling type shit, bro, then you can say, hey, go read it.
All I know is I'm buying the volumes because they're very cheap on Amazon right now.
Oh, nice.
So
we got Solo Leveling coming up soon too.
Don't remind me, man. Solo Leveling is on. Look, man. Let me just hear about Solo Leveling. Let me say this right now. I'm working on my Sun Jinwoo cosplay.
Dude, I can't wait for season 2. I can't wait.
Did they get to the death scene and the rebirth scene in the God of High School, or did they cut off right before then? Didn't they?
Yeah, they cut off before then. He just got his.
They're like 2 arcs away from that, 3 arcs away from that. Okay, so I want to know when that's coming back because man, that whole epic all the way up to that
Paul?
point.
Paul's in the chat, guys. What's up, Paul? Paul's in the chat.
Paul,
what's up, buddy?
Yeah, but yeah, no, man. It's about to get good. Solo Leveling's about to get good, and Eminence in the Shadow, just based off of that trailer. Oh man, the show.
That's gonna.
He said, "What's up, boys?" The movie that movie's about to be good, bro. It's about to open. It's about to answer so many questions for us too.
Well, I'm hoping. Like they've opened up a huge they can go anywhere at this point.
Yep.
You know.
So, but yeah, good stuff. If you haven't watched Eminence in the Shadow, I know we saw some clips. Hopefully that intrigues you to watch it. Watch it, man. It's a good watch. It's got a little bit of everything. It's got a little bit of darkness.
Think this way: if we're pulling clips up, it means it's that good. Mm-hmm. You know, because we won't do that for just any anime.
Right. Especially because people who know it, but people who don't, you know what I mean? Go check it out. Go check it out.
Absolutely. It's a top binge for sure.
Mm-hmm. But definitely, thanks for rocking with me, boys. It's been a good chat this episode. We talked about a lot. There's so much more lore probably with this series itself, which is why I kind of want to read it now. Like, there's got to be so much more that going to be a part of this. Because the universe, the world for it is just expanding now with the multiverse. So
the type of story, story. There's so much that probably is left out, like context that's left out of the anime that's in the actual written light. It's a light novel, isn't it?
So it's a manga and a light novel. It's both.
Okay.
So I haven't decided if I'm going to get the light novel or just read the manga, but I think I might just read the manga.
Go to the source. If the manga is the first, go with the manga. If the light novel is first, go with the light novel.
Yeah. So
light novels are a tough read though. Like I had a tough time rolling through ReZero. That was a harder read.
So definitely though, go check it out. But yeah, that's really it. You guys got anything to say before we close up shop for the night?
Go watch it.
Excellent.
Yeah, go watch it.
I think we just fanboyed for an hour. That's really what it was.
I'm fine with
we
that.
all just fanboyed hard for an hour.
I'm fine with that. That is what it is.
Right.
Well, I mean, but you know what? That we all knew what this episode was going to be. We all knew we were coming in here to fanboy on Eminence.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
bring up the list and check Eminence off.
What do we got coming up? What's next?
That's a good thing. Let me look.
I know you made a big list for the year.
I made a big list for in general. All right, Eminence in the Shadow is done.
Eminence was a big one.
Guilty Crown. I forgot we did that.
Did we do? We did do Guilty. Mm-hmm. I wanted to rewatch all of it, but it's a long anime. I mean, it's from that time period where we still had long animes.
I mean, shoot, having a good long anime or two isn't bad at all, to be honest.
No, not at all. I come from an era where, fuck, dude, 24 episodes was the first season. Nowadays, you got 12 episodes, 9 episodes the first season. And I understand why they do it. I mean, the market has changed. It's 1,000 times more popular now than it was in like 2010, you know?
Right.
Or even earlier. I mean, fuck. You gotta go back to fucking like Cowboy Bebop era, late 90s. Bro, those episodes, your first season was 26 episodes. Your second season was 26 episodes. The whole series would go like for 1 or 2, maybe 3 seasons, and then it would be done. A lot of animes never finished. They reached that point and they stopped.
Yep.
It was a different market then, you know? You go even earlier, they didn't even do series. It was all movies and OVAs. They would do like 3 short hour-long animes, and it'd be like, all right, hey, if it shows any steam, we'll make a movie or make a series. And you didn't get more than that. Battle Angel was only like 3 OVAs. Fully Cooley was 6. You know? But they were hour long.
Okay. We got 1 or 2 options. Y'all ready? All right. We can do all right, 1 or 3. We can do 1. There's 3 that we could do. We're going to do them all anyway. We could do Heaven's Lost Property.
I haven't seen that one in a minute. Ooh.
Which one?
Heaven's Lost Property.
A-grade ecchi right there.
Oh God, yeah.
If not that one, we can do Medica Box.
Madoka Box.
I haven't seen that one yet.
You've never
That'd
seen
be an
Madoka
interesting
Box?
watch.
Oh man,
That wasn't the boxing one, was it?
no, Medica Box.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. All right, yeah. Oh, yeah, that would be a good one. I've got unresolved feelings about that one. So yeah. All right.
Or we can go the dark route and do Goblin Slayer.
I want to save Goblin Slayer. We've got another season coming up with Goblin Slayer. I feel like there's more story to tell on that one.
Have you seen Shangri-La? No one's feeling that one?
Shangri-La. Yeah, I've seen Shangri-La, but they're currently airing right now, so I don't want to do it right now.
Yeah, they're currently airing, was it, season 2?
You're right. Season 2, yeah, you're right.
Same with Goblin Slayer. We're about to get another season of that. So
we're going to have to watch that first episode that I've been...
I still haven't done all of Shangri-La. I've watched one episode. That's it.
So
you're gonna have to send me the name of that second. If we do, the hell you just said, Madoka
Box. Yeah.
Madoka. Yeah, you got to send it to me.
Madoka Box. I don't know if I've seen that one or not. Yeah, you're gonna have to send me the name of that one too.
Just so you know, Madoka Box contains the most OP character in anime history.
No, it contains more than just one. It contains 2 of the most OP characters.
One of them has already been classified as the most powerful in the entire anime universe.
And then there's one right next to her just as powerful.
Well, I know, but when you look at the totality of his ability, you realize, yeah, it really is yeah.
Okay, we'll decide Captain Shower. Yeah.
All right, so
it's a period anime. It's definitely a mid 2000s anime.
All right, sounds like it's between Heaven's Lost Property and Madoka Box.
I see Madoka Box.
All right, let's do Madoka Box or Madoka Box, however you say it. I will send. You can.
We're English, bro. We can say it however we want. We're gonna be wrong anyway.
Yeah, whatever.
Either way, just send
unless
it to me so I can look it up.
Perfect, fluent, phonetic Japanese, I don't think we're gonna say it right.
You're right. I think it's Madoka.
And let me give you an example of why, whether you're wrong or right, it doesn't matter. Neon Genesis Evangelion. All right. But he still calls them angels in there. All right. Evangelion is actually the term Angelion. But he calls it Evangelion. This is the author.
Yeah, I guess.
We can be wrong and right at the same time. It does not matter.
So, Madoka Box next week. That you need to watch it, which luckily there is 2 seasons, but the seasons are there's only 24 episodes total. So, this is really not that bad. If you need to watch it, let me know. I know a place where you can watch it. Cool?
I'm calling all angels from now on.
Send me the name and where it is to watch.
I will send you a direct link. How about that?
That's cool.
All right. Squirtle? D-Zone?
Yeah.
Do you need a link?
Yeah.
All right. I'll send it to both of you. All right. Yeah. So next week we will be doing Madoka Box. It's a good one. Not many people know about her because it is an older one. Not older, but like it came out around the same time. At least season 2 did, around the same era as like Naruto and all that. Like,
it's old. No, it's a little later. Naruto was going, but Bleach was done. So it was like maybe 2010, 2011.
Yeah, so
I believe in the you that believes in me, that believes in you.
All right, Gurren Lagann.
All the time.
No, that's Drill to the Heavens.
No, because Kamina says that.
Oh,
believe in me.
That's right.
That's Gurren Lagann.
Believe in the me that believes in you that believes in me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So without further ado, next week will be Madoka Box. We'll get to it. I will catch you guys then. I'm gonna try to see if I can get some more people to move forward. But I am in the midst of working with some stuff because there are some on the list that I want, like certain individuals who I know who could be a part of it to be a part of it. So
that are Uber fans. You want them in there because they would be mad to be left out.
Exactly. So I'm working on all that. So But as always, y'all, I'm your boy Ideal Tone, and I just made that known, and we are out of here. Later.
Peace.
Don't let's see that fit. I want to see that fucking that design.
What design? What are you talking about?
Your jacket, your kimono.
Oh, it's just
yashiki. Let me see that
dashiki,
shit.
You know.
Let me see your dashiki.
I'm showing it right now.
Let me see the back. I like the Greek fucking styling.
Man, you know, not crazy.
That's pretty dope. I like that.
Thank you.
I like the colors on it too.